Ever wondered why understanding network basics is paramount for hackers? Let's dive into the world of subnetting, network masks, and CIDR basics. Subnets and subnet masks. Two terms that may sound convoluted, but are in fact the foundation of how the internet operates. For those who aspire to make their mark in the realm of ethical hacking, understanding these concepts is not just an option, it's a necessity. The world of hacking isn't solely about exploiting vulnerabilities. It's about securing networks, protecting data, and ensuring the digital world remains a safe space for all. A key part of this is understanding how networks are structured and function. Subnetting, network masks, and CIDR basics are the building blocks of this structure, the DNA of any network. They form the foundation upon which all network communication is built. Stay tuned to grasp the importance of these concepts and how they form the backbone of any network structure. Subnetting. A term that might seem daunting, but is it really? It's time to demystify the concept. First off, what is subnetting? Subnetting is, in essence, the process of dividing a network into smaller, more manageable pieces, known as subnets. It's like breaking down a large puzzle into smaller, easier to handle pieces. But why do we need subnetting? Well, there are several reasons. One of the primary reasons is to improve network performance and efficiency. By breaking down a large network into smaller subnets, data can be routed more efficiently, reducing unnecessary traffic and congestion. Subnetting also enhances security. By segregating the network into different subnets, we can control and limit access between subnets, making it harder for intruders to gain access to the entire network. Now, let's get into how subnetting works. Every IP address consists of two parts, a network part and a host part. The network part identifies the specific network and the host part identifies the specific machine or host on that network. When we subnet, we extend the network part of the address into the host part, creating additional networks, or subnets. But how do we determine the subnet of an IP address? This is where subnet masks come into play. A subnet mask is a number that tells us which part of the IP address is the network part and which part is the host part. Here's a simple way to understand it. Think of an IP address like a telephone number, where the area code is the network part and the rest of the number is the host part. A subnet mask would be like knowing how many digits make up the area code. Now that you've got a grasp on subnetting, let's move on to another critical concept: network masks. Network masks, another key concept in networking, but what exactly is it? Let's unmask the mystery. A network mask, also known as a subnet mask, is a crucial player in the IP addressing game. If you think of an IP address as a house address, the network mask is like the zip code, helping to identify the network's portion of the address. It's a bit like a filter, separating the network's identity from the host's identity within an IP address. But how does it work, you ask? Well, network masks operate through a process known as bitwise AND operation. In simpler terms, it's a bit like lining up two binary numbers, one representing the IP address and the other the network mask. Then we perform a simple operation. If both bits are 1, the result is 1. Otherwise, it's 0. The result? A new binary number that represents the network address. Now you might be wondering, why are network masks important? They serve a dual purpose. First, they help routers determine whether the destination IP address of a packet is on the same network or a different one, aiding in efficient data routing. Second, they can be used to segment a network into smaller parts or subnets, which is crucial for improving network security and performance. By subdividing your network, you can control traffic flow, isolate issues, and even contain security threats. Imagine if a virus infiltrates one subnet with a well-defined network mask. It would be more challenging for it to spread to the rest of the network. It's like having fire doors in a building containing any potential threats. So, there we have it. Network masks are not just a bunch of binary numbers. They are the gatekeepers, the traffic controllers, the safety officers of your network. They are instrumental in ensuring smooth and secure networking operations. With network masks demystified, it's time to move on to our final concept: CIDR Basics. CIDR, the acronym that simplifies IP addressing. But how? Let's delve deeper. Classless interdomain routing, or CIDR for short, is a method used to create unique identifiers for networks and individual devices. The CIDR notation is a compact representation of an IP address and its associated routing prefix. The notation is constructed from an IP address, a slash, and a decimal number. The number represents the count of leading 1 bits in the routing mask, traditionally called the network mask. CIDR streamlines the IP addressing process by reducing the complexity of subnetting. Remember the tedious process of subnetting we discussed earlier? CIDR simplifies it by allowing more flexible distribution of IP addresses. Instead of being restricted to specific blocks, CIDR allows for close to arbitrary length prefixes. But that's not all. CIDR is also a boon for network performance and security. By reducing the size of routing tables, CIDR improves network performance. It also aids in security by making it easier to segregate networks, thereby reducing the attack surface for potential threats. The beauty of CIDR lies in its simplicity and efficiency. It takes the complex world of IP addressing and makes it more manageable, more efficient, and safer. By understanding CIDR and its role in IP addressing, you can better navigate the intricate web of networks. Understanding CIDR is a game changer for anyone delving into network basics. We've covered a lot of ground today, from subnetting to network masks, and finally, CIDR basics. We dove into the depths of these complex concepts, highlighting their importance in the world of hacking. Knowing these essentials not only aids in ethical hacking, but also bolsters network security and performance. It's like having the key to a locked door. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more insights into the world of ethical hacking. Remember, knowledge is power, so keep learning, keep hacking ethically.